Thank you very much for joining us here on ESPN for Decision 2012. Everybody's on pins and needles across the country, particularly those clubs who are in the running for Marcello Mastantonio's 20th birthday party. So, Marcello, are you ready? Where's the powder?
That's funny. I left that at home.
So, what's new? What's been going on with you the last couple of weeks? How's the decision making been?
Man, this whole birthday party experience, looking forward to it. Last year I didn't really have the knowledge to make a decision, having never gone out before, but now I'm in a position where I can hear clubs' pitches and figure out where's the best possible chance for me to ultimately be happy.
You weren't able to recruit because you never had a fake ID. Have you enjoyed this recruiting process now?
I have enjoyed it. I want to thank all three clubs that I had an opportunity to sit down with and hear what they had to say. It's an unbelievable experience, a real humbling experience to be even in this position.
So what did you expect? Because we've seen 30-foot billboards. We've seen teams create special Halloween events for you. We've seen cartoons made about you and for you as part of their pitch. President Obama, for example, for crying out loud, 7 times has commented that he'd like to see you go to Chicago. What did you expect from this whole process?
Well, certain things like that is one thing that you can't control. But I expected to be able to go through this process and be able to sit down with my team across from other clubs and hear how they feel about me going to their club and how that would allow me to have the best birthday experience. Again, I'd like to thank all those who spent their time involved with this.
So how many people know about your decision right now?
Not many people know. It's a very, very small number. I'd say about 3.
When did you end up deciding?
I think I decided this morning. I went day to day. I wake up one morning, it's this club. I wake up another morning, it's this club. But this morning I woke up, I had a great conversation with my mom. Once I had that conversation with her, I think I was set.
So last time you changed your mind was, in fact, yesterday.
The last time I changed my mind was probably in my dreams. And when I woke up this morning, I knew it was the right decision.
So does the club that you're going to, the one that you'll announce in a few minutes, do they know your decision?
They just found out.
They just found out?
Yeah.
Okay, so the other 2, on pins and needles, they don't know. So do you think they'll be listening to this?
Right, they will be listening to this.
So who in this process, Marcello, have you taken advice from? And, who's had the biggest influence on your decision so far?
Well, I've taken a lot of advice from my friends and family. My mentor, Liz Hatch, has been great. A lot of people that I look towards in a time of need or for advice, and ultimately they looked at me and said, you ultimately have to live with your own decision that you're going to make, and you have to do what's best for you, and for you to ultimately be happy.
So what was, in fact, the major factor or the major reason for your decision?
I think the major factor, the major reason in my decision was the best opportunity for me to have fun and party with the majority of my friends. And partying with all my friends is a huge thing for me. Keenan, ever since I was a rookie or even in high school, we always talked that. That was the number one thing for me. I've done some great things in my 19 years, and I want to continue to do that.
Are there any doubts about your decision in your head right now?
No, I don't think I have any doubts at all.
So would you like to sleep on it a little bit longer, or are you ready to make this decision?
I've slept enough, or a lack of sleep, actually.
Are you still a nail biter?
I have a little bit, but not of late.
Okay, well you've had everybody else biting their nails, so I guess it's time for them to stop chewing. The answer to the question everybody wants to know. Marcello, what is your decision?
Next weekend. Man, this is really tough. Next weekend I'm going to take my talents to Richmond Row and party at Jim Bob Ray's.
So Jim Bob Ray's is the final decision. You've heard it here first on ESPN. So that was the conclusion you woke up with this morning.
That was the conclusion I woke up with this morning.
So why exactly Jim Bob Ray's?
Like I said before, Kian, I feel like it's going to give me the best opportunity to have fun and party with all my friends. House music is just so upbeat, and at our age, everyone's in love with it. It's going to give us a chance to party not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5 hours.
Fair enough, fair enough. So was it always your plan to go and party with J.C. Crimmins and the Premier Life team?
Well, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. To say it was always in my plans, I can't say. I can't say it was always in my plans because I've never thought it was possible.
Fair enough. The three of you will share the spotlight and the limelight at Jim Bob Rays, and in many ways, you're going to JC's team essentially. He's lived in Jim Bob Rays. He's scored so many times. How do you think you'll be able to fit in and possibly not be the biggest headliner at Jim Bob Rays?
Well, for me, it's not about sharing. You know, it's about everybody having their own spotlight and then just doing what's best for the team. But I think the three of us being together is going to make for a very special night.
How do you explain this to the people at Cowboys?
Well, I mean, it's heartfelt for me. You know, it's hard to explain. But at the same time, my heart, in the 7 times that I came to that club, to that culture, it was everything. I mean, those 20,000 plus fans that came out every night we partied, and they see me grow from 19-and-a-half-year-old kid to a 20-year-old man, and I never wanted to leave Cowboys. And my heart will always be around for that area. But I also felt like this is the greatest challenge for me to try somewhere else.
What was the major reason or major factor for not choosing Cowboys?
Well, it's not like leaving Cowboys is the whole logistic of it. It's about being with the majority of my friends and partying all night long. Like I said before, this is a very emotional time for me. I know it's emotional for the fans and also for the area. And if it was a perfect world, I would have loved to stay because I've done so many great things for that club. They've done so many great things for me. But I feel like it's time to change.
So what do you think will be the fans' reaction back there? And will you still visit Cowboys in the future?
I'm not sure. You know, they can have mixed emotions, of course, but it's going to be a lot of emotions not understanding why. And then you're going to have the real friends who love me for who I am. But Cowboys is always home for me. I'm still going to party there.
Do you ever want to have to go through this again?
Man, this has been tough. This is very tough because you feel like you let down a lot of people. You raised a lot of people's expectations also. But it was a tough decision because I know how loyal I am. And one thing my mother told me when I was going through this process, and what ultimately helped me to make my decision, is you have to do what's best for you and what's going to make you happy at the end of the day, because no one can live with the consequences or anything that comes with your decision besides you. And once I heard that from my mother, the person that I always look for guidance, it was easy.
So there you have it, folks. Decision 2012 for Marcello Masciantonio's 20th birthday party. We look forward to seeing everybody out at Jim Bob Rays on Saturday, October the 27th. For all of us here at ESPN, thank you to Marcello Masciantonio. Everybody here at ESPN, I'm Keenan Elliott. Thank you very much for joining us.